Does it feel like WrestleMania season now? Because I'm the king, and I know how my booking goes, and I know for one thing that this WrestleMania season is going to be trash. This show has no hype behind it. The only match that I'm personally invested in is Roman versus Punk and Brock versus Oba. Other than that, I have no hype for this WrestleMania. I think realistically, the star power seems like it's okay, but realistically, they're not having people that really are on there that make you want to tune in. If you look at these cards from night 1 and night 2. These look kind of just like generic, basic PLE type of cards. Because that's the thing. WWE just does not know how to build up any good stars, I feel like. And it pains me to say that, but it's kind of the truth. Because the truth is why is it that none of these guys actually feel like main eventers? None of these guys actually feel like real wrestling stars. And I hate to say this, but realistically, Roman versus Punk is going to be good because that match or that story has had some good build up, and they're even taking good personal jabs at each other from like Roman's past or CM Punk with how he left the company and everything. Brock versus Oba. There's just more so just these two big guys that want to beat each other, and that's it. And that's okay. There doesn't have to be a big, grandiose type of story with these two, but I still think they're at least showing something unique with this. But let's take a look at, I don't know, what is Dominic versus Finn having to do on WrestleMania? Or what about the Vision versus an ISO Speed versus LA Knight and the Usos? It's just one of those things where it's like it just feels like there's no like stakes behind any of these matches. And don't get me wrong, like seeing Stephanie versus Liv could be interesting, I guess. Jade versus Rhea had potential to be really good, but other than that, what the heck happened with this one? Because let's just call it what it is. They had the potential to make this one really good, especially when Jade and Rhea were sending each other messages on Twitter and everything, just calling each other out and everything. And it almost felt like, oh, is this actually real? But then you get to the next SmackDown and they're not even like addressing it. It's like what are we doing here? The thing with why WrestleMania 40 was so good was because The Rock was involved. The Rock was making WrestleMania 40 so good because he was coming out, he was calling Cody out, he was calling Seth out, he got Roman involved, and then on the Instagram posts and everything, he was calling Cody out and doing all these like uncensored type of videos, which I ain't gonna lie, I just rewatched the whole story in those four, Roman, Rock, Cody, and Seth. And that storyline between those four was actually really good to watch. But anyway, so that's why I feel like with WrestleMania this year, it's like it doesn't really have that grandiose type of feel behind it. And then let's just call it what it is. The celebrities really aren't helping either. Now, like I said, Randy versus Cody had potential to be good. And again, I still think it can be somewhat interesting, but it is one of those things where it's like, but why is Pat McAfee involved? Like, I like Pat McAfee a lot. I think when he's a commentary, he really does bring a lot of life to these shows, and he really does make the WWE feel a little bit more alive in some way. But whenever he's getting involved in this kind of stuff, it just makes you kind of wonder, like, why does somebody like Randy Orton, who's a 14-time champion's been in the company for 24 years, needs somebody like Pat McAfee. With all due respect to Pat, but it is one of those things that just kind of makes you wonder, like, why exactly is this even a match? Because the thing is Randy and Cody have had 20 years of history together. These two can literally tell a good story, and that's why I feel like WWE kind of shoehorned this whole entire feud in last minute with Randy and Cody, because of the fact is this could have been building up from like January, let's just call it what it is. It could have been. And obviously, Drew got his title, which everybody's happy that Drew got his title and everything. But it's just one of those things where it's like, what is the point of shoehorning this match in just for a month of build-up and not even a full month and a half of proper build-up? It's just kind of been like just brawls and everything, which kind of gets old. That's the thing. If these matches all ended in brawls, which most of the time these feuds are ending on Raw or SmackDown is just brawl, brawl, brawl. Super Smash Bros. Brawl. But no, in all seriousness, it's just one of those things where it's like, if there's actually like legit animosity between them, the two people that are having these type of brawls, then it would make it more interesting. And that's the thing with like how when you look at when Cena and Brock had their brawl back in 2012, even though it was kind of just like out of the blue, it was something new because it was just like, oh wow, like Brock and Cena, like they're actually getting in each other's face. Like, oh, okay, like Cena had the balls to slap Brock across the face. Or just like even when Stone Cold and The Rock had their little brawl back in 2001. Yes, they've been doing this for 20 something years, but the thing was this match was already building up and already had proper story with it. So it kind of made sense for it all to just kind of escalate and kind of erupt on the final SmackDown before WrestleMania, not just every single show where it's like they're just going to keep brawling and then the security has to break them up. And that's just kind of the whole purpose. That's kind of the whole point of this whole entire WrestleMania thing. It's like there just doesn't seem like there's any like build behind it. And let's just call it what it is. Why is there 4 celebrities that were involved in the road to WrestleMania? We had Jelly Roll, we had Pat McAfee, we had Lil Yachty, and we have ISO Speed. Like, I'm just saying that. Like, I know celebrities have always had some kind of influence in WWE and have always been there in some way. But, like, to go to this extreme, it just kind of seems like it's just taking it too far. And then let's just call it what it is, guys. WWE, like, having all these celebrities, it's kind of hurting them too because it's like, well, they don't want, like, none of us wrestling fans, we don't want to see the celebrities be involved. We want to see the wrestlers actually be involved and actually do stuff. But again, when you don't really have big stars on the card, well, how are you supposed to do it? And that's another thing. We got John Cena hosting WrestleMania. John Cena hosting WrestleMania is not a bad thing at all, but at the same time, it's one of those things where it's like, but they're just doing that for tickets. They know that John Cena is going to sell tickets, so that's why they're trying to have somebody who's a big name host WrestleMania. And honestly, guys, I think The Rock is going to return because they've been really bringing they've been mentioning him a lot recently on WWE and stuff, and like they've been calling his name out and everything. So it kind of makes me wonder if he's going to really return and show up and just have a few more matches and then officially retire at WrestleMania 43 against Roman. I don't know. I just think that in terms of just how they're doing this whole entire build to WrestleMania, it just doesn't really have anything going on. And that's another thing I actually just wanted to talk about. Do you guys remember like when Undertaker used to come out and like um he would always wrestle any WrestleMania, and that was something to always look forward to was, okay, who's gonna beat The Undertaker this year? Is it gonna be Randy Orton? Is it gonna be Triple H? Is it gonna be Mark Henry? Is it gonna be Edge? Is it gonna be Shawn Michaels? Like there was always something to look forward to, like with this because of just the fact that his streak was so sacred, and just knowing that Undertaker was doing what he was doing for 25 years, and now that he's not a part of the show anymore, it just kind of lost something that was a part of WrestleMania, which was his streak. And that's the thing. We always had the WrestleMania Undertaker streak to look forward to, and we always had a championship match to look forward to, and that was really it. And of course, we always had pretty good matches in between as well, but that actually had proper story and proper stakes behind some of them, but that's really it. Other than that, these matches don't even feel like they really have anything going on for them. And yeah, I honestly don't know how to feel about this WrestleMania. I don't even know if I'm like really excited or like, oh, okay, I can't wait to see this type of feel. I'm just kind of like, it's just another PLE. And that's really sad to say that because of the fact that literally I shouldn't be saying that about a show like this. I should be a little bit more hyped. I mean, that's the thing. This is literally the most prestigious event in WWE history. I mean, even AJ Styles went on record and say it doesn't have that same special feel to it. I just feel like WrestleMania hasn't really been WrestleMania, I feel, since WrestleMania 30. I mean, yeah, 30, 39 and 40 were pretty solid. Let's just call it what it is. Those were pretty solid WrestleManias. But other than that, I can't really think of any other good WrestleManias after that in the last 12, 13 years. So that's just me. I know this video probably was a little long of me kind of rambling about it, but I just gotta ask, are you ready?